Well, she's in the room right now, and I would like to welcome, let's give her a round of applause, Madison Grimm. I have to say it's the first time we had to bring a stool. I am short. You could hardly see me over the podium, but we brought a perfect stool.
Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. My name is Madison Grimm, and I'm this year's Federal Junior Duck Stamp winner. I'd like to formally thank the Ding Darling Wildlife Society, Friends of the Refuge, for inviting me to this amazing event and for giving me the opportunity to present to you. I'd like to start with telling you a little bit about my family and I. This isn't the first time I've been to the Ding Darling Days. Our family made the trip here in 2007 for the 75th anniversary of the Federal Duck Stamp Competition when I was 15 months old. As you can tell, I was already fascinated with nature. This was our first lizard sighting. My mom says I spent hours playing in the sand and with the shells, not even noticing the ocean. This is my family. My parents are Adam and Janet Grimm. My dad is a wildlife artist. He's the youngest artist ever to win the Adult Federal Duck Stamp Competition. You may also know that just last month he won the contest for the second time. I have a younger sister named Hannah and a baby brother named Jonas. Hannah and I do just about everything together. My brother Jonas likes to get into my stuff, but I really do love him. I enjoy teaching him things and watching him grow. The rest of my little family includes 15 chickens, 2 ducks, 3 dogs, 2 turtles, and several fish, and soon my very own pet ferret will be added. Our chickens are really friendly. We raise them from tiny chicks. This is my turtle. His name is Tiny. This is one of my newest chicks from this spring. I named her Bella. I have lots of interest and our family keeps very busy. I play t-ball in the summer, soccer in the spring and fall, and horseback riding in the spring. I love fishing with my grandpa on Lake Erie and hunting with my whole family. This is a typical day of schooling for us. I love being taught by my parents. Homeschooling lets us focus on the things we're interested in while learning all of our different subjects. My favorite subjects are religion, math, and science. I especially enjoy multiplication, and I really like doing science experiments. This is the reason I'm here with you today. My painting of a drake canvasback was chosen the winner of the 2013-2014 Junior Duck Stamp. This painting was done with oil paints on a masonite board. I started this painting when I was 5 and a half, but it took me over a year to complete. I wanted to do what I've grown up watching my dad do. I like the paintings he creates, and I thought maybe I could try. My dad explained to me the process and the techniques he uses, and he helped me get set up at the kitchen table to start putting the base coat on my board. I mixed up a gray background color and applied it to the gessoed masonite board until all of the white areas were covered. Once completed, I smoothed it with a small paint roller to give it an even texture. We then sat the board in front of a small heater. It took over a week, but once it was dry, I transferred my design onto the board. But believe me, it wasn't a quick process. I practiced transferring techniques for months before I got the hang of it enough to do it well. When I was done, I began blocking in the bird and water. After the transfer was done on the board, I practiced mixing colors and studied the image to figure out where to place them. That sounded easy, but I quickly figured out it was going to take me a lot longer than I thought. This is a short video my dad took while trying to sneak in on me as I was working on the water. Unfortunately, it's the only some of the video my parents have, but they sure wish they had taken more. I've done a lot of assignments for school, but I've never worked harder on any project than I did on this one. It was fun, but very hard at times. I never dreamed things would work out as they did. When I got the phone call that I won for South Dakota, I was very shocked and excited, as were my parents. Little did I know it was going to get even better. A short time later, I became the youngest winner of the National Federal Duck Stamp Competition. I had no idea what that would mean. Suddenly, I was getting interview requests from reporters and having film crews come to my house. I was even on the news. I'm honored to have had my painting selected. I hope my win serves as an inspiration to other kids my age, who are as interested in God's miraculous creations as I am. June 28th marked the first day of sales for both the adult and junior federal duck stamps. What an exciting day! This year's event was held at Bass Pro Shops in Ashland, Virginia. I gave a speech, signed tons of stamps, programs, and other souvenirs, and met so many really nice people. That day will always be a great memory of mine. One of the best things about winning was getting to meet Bob Steiner. I've always admired his incredible paintings and was glad to be sitting next to him for the first days of sales event where we signed stamps for hours. Sure enough, my parents bought a stack of things for me to sign. Winning the Junior Duck Stamp Contest this year gave me another really cool opportunity. I was recently interviewed for a documentary about the Federal Duck Stamp Competition. It's called The $1 Million Duck. I can't wait to see it when it comes out in 2015. This September, I got to hang out with 3 other junior duck stamp winners while attending the judging of the Federal Duck Stamp Contest. In the past year or so, I've worked on several other drawings in addition to signing prints and stamps. This is a colored pencil drawing I completed to have in my dad's booth at a show in Ohio last March. I hadn't yet won the South Dakota Junior Contest. I begged him to let me put something in his booth. Of course, he jokingly told me, only if it's good. My grandma bought it for $25. I think she got a deal. My grandparents wanted to buy it to continue a Grimm tradition. My dad's grandparents bought his first real artwork. That sale to his grandfather was the start of his desire to pursue a career in wildlife art. Just as my father's first sale, this was history in the making. For the past 2 years, we've traveled to Ohio for the ODCCA show. While my parents are busy with collectors, I find other things to do. One of my favorite things is painting decoys in the competitions. I joined entrants more than twice my age. The contest lasts about 3 hours. Last year, I even got a 3rd place ribbon. This is a commissioned piece I've been working on. It's a ruby-throated hummingbird. I'm hoping to have the time to finish it soon. My Aunt Pam has been waiting patiently. This mallard drawing was done in colored pencil and took 4 days to complete. The entire process of creating this piece from start to finish can be viewed on YouTube as a time-lapse video. My parents talked with me a lot about videotaping my work to lay to rest the disbelief that I actually painted my winning entry. Regardless, I live by God's word, and his opinion is the only one that matters to me. I like all things animals. This praying mantis is a rarity in South Dakota. My most exciting summer project was hatching monarch butterflies. We took many walks in our pasture and other fields near our home to find eggs under the milkweed leaves. Sometimes we found newly hatched caterpillars. We placed each egg or caterpillar in its own plastic lidded cup. We'd supplied plenty of fresh milkweed every day. It was so exciting to see the caterpillars, so tiny, hatching from their eggs. When the caterpillars reached a pretty good size, we'd move them to this setup. It's a vase full of water with twigs and milkweed sitting inside of a pan of water. The caterpillars could move freely to their heart's content. The twigs made the perfect place for them to make their chrysalises. When it was time, they'd spin some silk and hang upside down in a J shape. We watched so many of them wiggle out of their skin. Their chrysalis was a light, smooth green color with the most magnificent gold dots. This is when we were able to tell if they were boys or girls. The females have a vertical line on the front of their chrysalis. About a week later, the chrysalis would turn clear, letting us see the beauty within. This told us it was just about time for it to emerge. The emerging process is so quick, we were only lucky enough to actually watch a few of them. The butterflies would hang for a while, drying their wings before we took them outside to let them go. It was so rewarding to be a part of their life cycle. This variegated fritillary butterfly I hatched out landed right on my face. I think it wanted to give me a kiss for taking such good care of it. This summer, I rescued a house wren from a mousetrap that was out near our barn. This is an incredible bird called a rose-breasted grosbeak that hangs out just outside of our front windows on the feeders. This one decided to fly right into the window. We helped him get his wits about him and let him go. I really wanted to learn about the roseate spoonbill, since I've never seen one out in the wild, and I was excited that I was going to see them here in Florida. My near future will be filled with traveling with my dad and continue to sign prints and stamps. I have a number of commissions for remarked stamps and prints waiting to be completed. My greatest desire, though, is to hopefully be able to team up with the Division of Wildlife to do some field work.
Need to do an introduction. I knew she was going to be doing a great program, which you did awesome. So I didn't want to ruin it by me introducing it. I thought that was a very good program. So I didn't mention she was from South Dakota, but you did that great. Great. I'm just floored. I have a daughter that's her age, and anyway, I love my daughter in many different ways, but we got to spend some time together, and as you can see, she's very talented, mature, she knows what she wants, and she's going to get it. So there has never been a winner of the junior duck stamp and the adult federal, both of them, and I think Madison is going to do that. So I'm very impressed. We're going to open it for questions before we move to our next champion. Does anyone have any questions for Madison? She said it all, didn't she? Her mom said, I think she said it all. Yeah.
Madison, I just want to know what your favorite duck is.
A wood duck.
Excellent.
Because of the colors? Yeah. Have you painted one yet?
Not yet. They were really hard. And there were so many little feathers.
Yeah, you'll get there. Any other questions? Yeah.
Did you get to see the spoonbill yet or not yet?
A whole bunch of them.
Did you get pictures?
Yeah, my dad let me use his camera, and I took a few pictures.
Great.
All right, thank you, Madison. Our second and one of the most memorable presentations yet, I think, with the duck stamp.